What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So we're gonna be talking about Cheetozard today. I talked about this. What's funny is I talked about this, I think, like last week. I literally pulled the video right now. I literally talked about this in my video. It was 8 days ago that I talked about this. 8 days ago. Look at the bid. It was $4,200. $4,200. Look what it sold for. It sold for $87,000. $840. What the heck are people doing? If somebody seriously paid $87,000 for this, like, it don't really make no sense to me, honestly. It just has to be somebody with so much money that, like, I mean, would you consider this to be like a collectible piece? I mean, I guess, but like, don't get me wrong, this Cheeto looks like Charizard. It really does. Look at the tail, the legs, the arms, the face, everything, like the nose too as well, the ears, the tail, I mean the wings. It does look like it perfectly looks like Charizard, but still paying $87,000. Okay, we're gonna go through a couple cards that somebody could have bought for this. Okay, look, somebody could have bought a first edition Charizard, one of the, like, I guess most sought after cards in this hobby, the most well-known cards in this hobby, for guess what? PSA 9. They could have bought PSA 10, I can tell you that. PSA 10 is like, I think, like 400 grand. That's a different story, but PSA 9 first edition Charizard for $36,000. They could have bought like, what, like 2.5 of these? Like, what, are you serious? For a Cheeto? For a Cheeto. Like, the other thing too about this Cheeto is, I wonder will this actually like last? Like, for the next 5 to 10 years, will this kind of just like start degrading and become moldy? Like, wouldn't it become moldy? Like, I don't understand it. Like, I'm not 100% sure, you mean, like that, like, especially with nowadays, like, I guess food and stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's not the best for you. So maybe it could start like breaking down and stuff like that. I wonder if it's gonna get moldy. Whatever they put it in, will it actually stay kind of healthy? Maybe they put in like one of those things that like no air gets in there, so it might actually stay good. It looks like they did like really well, good job with this, I can tell you that. But still, paying $87,000, like, who would really pay for this? Like, I mean, actually, like, it's wild to me. It don't make no sense to me. Guess what other card they could have bought? They could have bought Gold Star Rayquaza, PSA 10 Rayquaza, an extra, look, I guess, like $7,000, you mean, like that? But, well, I say like a couple $2,000 because the other one sold for $87,000. They could have bought a PSA 10 Gold Star Rayquaza for $7,000 more. Like, if you're already gonna spend $87,000, you might as well spend an extra like $2 grand more and buy a Gold Star Rayquaza. Or you could have bought a first edition Charizard. You mean like buy one of those more like, I guess, better cards in this hobby, I guess. But you know what I mean? Rich people, when they have crazy amount of money, they're like, hey, I want to buy something that's one of a kind and stuff like that, I guess. Like, another thing too that I would assume, so maybe it's because of the hype we're in right now, why this kind of sold for so much, I would assume so. Really, I don't know. It's wild to me. The other thing too I would think is, like, now you're gonna have like employees like go in there and like make them themselves. Like, can't you like put like dust together and like kind of like compound this stuff together? Like, there's a way where you can kind of make this, like make a mold of a Pokemon and that, like, mush it all together, you know what I mean? Like that. Is it really that hard? Like, I don't know. And the other thing too that I really don't understand is how the person actually found this out. Me personally, I know whenever I eat Cheetos, I just like throw them in my mouth and then I grab the bag. Now I'm gonna be looking at every single one, you know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It don't make no sense to me. Like, I don't know, it seems kind of sketchy to me, but hey, whoever spent this money, I guess you got enough. I would have to say this: if you have enough money to spend $87,000 on a Cheetozard, you just, even if this thing does like degrade and like become moldy and stuff like that, like, you have plenty of money to not really have to worry about things. Like, you know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Like, if you have money just to throw at this, like, this is literally like somebody's almost like good down payment for a house, like in some areas an actual house. So I mean, I guess, like I said, I just want to talk about this a little bit and see some people's bids. There was 60 bids on this. 60 bids. It's crazy what this sold for. Okay, so it actually sold for $72,000, and I guess with other stuff that came with it. Okay, that makes sense. So $72,000, but still, final purchasing price was $87,000 freaking dollars. Is wild to me. Wild to me. 3 inches. I guess they found it in between 2018 and 2022 by First Gold Collectibles. I mean, I get, you mean, like, that things, looking at this seems kind of interesting to me. We'll have to see really what happens with this. I don't know, imagine this next couple years. Well, okay, in the next 10 years, will this car be worth, I mean, like, what I don't understand is, what I would want to know is the person that bought this, what is their really goal with this? Because most of the people that spend this kind of money, it's more of like, one, it's just like doing it as a collection piece. Is, I guess, that really what it is. Or two, do they just want to like sell it more down the road? They think it's gonna be worth the money? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the point of this? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of scared here. Like, I'd love to hear what y'all think about this. Kind of just want to make a short video about this and kind of just talk about this and see what y'all opinions are on this, because it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know. Whoever has this money has enough money to spend on this, so that's a good thing. But hope you all enjoyed this short little video. See you on the next one. Peace.